Welcome to the breakdown, episode 553. Let's go. I wanted to wear the suit today, but you know what? Today's a day that we go back into memory lane type of thing. And let me try to share this shit real quick. Hold on. Let me set this up right. Yo, let's do this. See if I can get this. See if I can get this on stream. No. I want it like this. Boom. There we go. All right. Here we go. I want to start this show off because, like, when we spoke today on Crypto Talk Radio, I got really passionate about a few topics. One, we've gone away from talking about our favorite assets and other potential things that can go parabolic. I don't know why that's happened. Okay. Don't know why we become so gun shy. Okay. But that stops. That has to stop today. There was a time where we didn't give a fuck what anybody said when we would go on the timeline with Pepe. And people would be destroying us. There will be people literally destroying us for hosting spaces, tweeting out or posting things about Pepe. We're going to run that back. Hold on one second. I didn't want to look stupid. I thought I had hair in my mouth. I was like, "Oh, what is this? What is this?" Anyway, I see we have one of the Hayden ass interns in the room. But let's go ahead and play. Let's go back to memory lane, and then I'll talk about this a bit. Let's go back to memory lane here. Let's play one of the jams that I would nod my head to even in the car. Let's go.
Talk about money, then talk about crypto。报上卖肉里也买了件 Rico。Dogecoin、Bitcoin 不是我对手。New side bitch and name is Nickel。青蛙王子打个响指，全部 cash out 就是升值，出来驾到，横行霸道，呸呸驾到，一拳打倒。青蛙王子打个响指，全部 cash out 就是升值，出来驾到，横行霸道，呸呸驾到，一拳打倒。超白衣固执的佩佩疯狂上涨的佩佩不再悲伤的佩佩佩佩，还有好多妹妹白衣固执 的佩佩疯狂上涨，的佩佩不再悲伤，的佩佩佩佩还有好多妹妹。佩佩的 fly， 佩佩的 squad， 佩佩的 emoji， 佩佩 my god， 佩佩的 fly， 佩佩的 squad， 佩佩的 emoji， 佩佩 my gosh。来佩佩，来佩佩，来佩佩 ，Let go up， 来佩佩。
That brings back memories. That right there brings back memories of when there was a time in this space when the NFT dots would be shoving their NFTs down our throats. Okay. Shoving them NFTs down our throats. We bought all them goddamn NFTs. Okay. And they all went to goddamn zero. All of them goddamn went to zero. And then Pepe came along and it saved us. And we went out there and we told people about Pepe. We weren't scared to make a TikTok video about Pepe, a YouTube video about Pepe, a goddamn Instagram video about Pepe, okay? We weren't scared to go ahead and live stream about Pepe, okay? There was a time where we talked about Pepe and then we got other memes that came into play and we talked about these things. We weren't shy to talk about these things, okay? This is what I expressed. I wish it was recorded. I wish it really was recorded today. I wish this space was recorded. There was a time when the leaders led. We weren't scared. We weren't scared of anybody. We weren't scared to talk about what we believed in, what we invested into. Okay, and by the way, none of the things that are stated here today are in any shape or form investment advice. If you need investment advice, seek out a financial professional to see if investing is right for you. Boom, I nailed that. But there was a time where it was fun. We were building everybody, whether you were in spaces for an hour or you were rocking out for the 19th hour, playing music and jams and AI Drake and all this shit. Whether you were opening up spaces, okay? The 20 spaces on average that were open on Twitter, whether you were hosting them, co-hosting, participating on the panel, we were out there. The OGs were out there. The leaders were out there leading. And then something happened. And I don't know what the hell happened. I can only just guess to what happened. I can only guess. But let me go ahead and get that off because I want to see my pretty face. Then something happened. Something during this cycle. And remember, Pepe was born in a bear market. It wasn't a bull market. We didn't have Bitcoin flying. We didn't have things flying all around. We were in a fucking dead market. It was horrific. It was bad. By the way, I forgot to give shout outs real quick. Episode 553, the breakdown, powered and sponsored by Gemini. Click the link. $1,000 you trade, $100 you get. Terms apply. Click the link. It's safe. Gemini. And also next week, I'm going to start talking about the credit card. I think the credit card's pretty cool. I'll break that down. Probably one of the best credit cards that we have in this space. GNN, Gakshi News Network, is what powers this show and what brings you some of the dopest personalities onto your goddamn screens every single day. This show runs Monday through Fridays. The nightly recap, I'll be doing it by myself again. Leslie is currently sitting in a Mexican jail. They let them out, I think, at around 11 o'clock. Then she goes and she works at the bar. I won't go into it, but I might go into it. I might go into it on the nightly recap. Might go into it on the nightly recap again. But anyway, good to see Landy in here. Good to see a lot of people in here from the X side. All right. So something did happen, and you have the leaders and the builders in this space who help build the foundation for what is the meme economy 2.0. You became gun shy. You became shy to talk about anything that you own, anything that you have. You became really shy about talking about. You don't want to talk about it no more. You're scared. You're scared that somebody, now it's one of your friends that you have on the internet. That's weird. That you socialize with. They tell you, oh no, you shouldn't do that. But move back to Pepe, move back 1 or 2 cycles ago. It was fine with talking about things that you own. It was totally fine to talk about things that you have in your wallet, in your portfolio. Now, this cycle, we have been psyoped to think it is a bad thing to talk about things. That if you talk about things, that you're bad or you're shilling or you're trying to use somebody as exit liquidity, which it's not. It's all bullshit. And the same people that have psyoped you into that are the same people that are out there shilling their own tickers. Okay. Moving on to the LA cabal, right? Like we talk about, they don't know much about memes. They don't know much about memes, but what they do know what to do is organize. They don't care. Most of them don't like each other. Okay. Most of them don't know much about memes. They don't like each other, but they understand that if they work with each other, if they spin the narrative correctly, they can get everybody pushed into their audience, and then they can go ahead and dictate what is good and what is not in the meme economy that we have built. You've built it. You've been a part of building this goddamn space. You've been a part of building this goddamn space, and you've allowed for people that don't know how to build, don't know anything about memes to take over something we've built. They didn't believe in Pepe. They mocked Pepe. Okay. They went to these special ass conferences mocking Pepe. The very LA cabal that you guys love and you wait for them to drop a ticker. Okay. These are the same people that completely mocked Pepe and everything else that were in the real OG memes. So, like I said this morning on the show, this is an opportunity for us, the OGs, the veterans in the space, to take back our space. It's that plain and simple. Without us, there would be no meme economy. Without us, there would be no meme economy. We built this shit. We built the foundation, and it's time for us to finish building the goddamn building, okay? It is time for us to finish the building itself, okay? We need to finish building the Chrysler building. We need to finish building the Empire State Building. We need to finish building, okay? But somewhere the tribalism within our own ecosystem, and I'm talking about us, not them, not the Web3 bros, okay? We're crypto bros. I'm a crypto bro. You're a crypto bro. Not the Web3 bros. I'm talking about straight up crypto bros, okay? We built this. We took our time, hours upon hours to build. To shilling. This word has been turned into such a horrible thing. Call us salespeople. Whatever you want. Call me a salesperson. I don't give a shit what you call me. I don't really care. But I do know this. I do know we built something that was incredible and special, okay? What I know is that we built something that is now unfortunately controlled by some 3-year-olds. So we'll take this shit back. We are going to take this shit back. We are going to take our economy back. Okay? where the people, because Pepe did something amazing, and we've talked about this all the time. I've talked about this. Pepe broke down the gates, the gatekeeping, okay? The gatekeeping that has gone on. We tore them down in 2023. We tore them shits down. We no longer were buying any of the shit that they were trying to sell us. All their NFTs died. And then guess what? Here, let me rewind this a little bit. In 2023, when the gates came down and everybody started to participate with each other, okay, they mocked Pepe, okay? They would go to conferences mocking Pepe. Then when they noticed that Pepe could not be stopped because it was a freak train, then they started creating their own meme tokens, which were going to zero, okay? They were creating their shit that was going to zero, and then they had no other choice but to join into Pepe. They had no other choice but to finally join us. No choice. We built this shit in a time where everything was dead. We were experiencing the worst bear market of all time. Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, Voyager, all these shit, fucking Terra Luna, everything collapsing. Okay? Everything collapsing. And here we are, saved by a frog. Saved by a frog. We were literally saved by a frog. It's the truth. It is the truth. And I think today, as we sat in a room, as you sat and listened to the radio show, I think today, I think what was said was necessary. It was necessary to make the statements. Because I'm going to go out there and talk about my favorite fucking projects. I'm going to talk about the things that I see here that I think are great, whether they win, lose, or draw. I am tired of this. I have to go get a permission slip from a Web3 fucking crowd. I don't care. Crypto bro and always will be a crypto bro. That is it. And I will talk about anything I want. What is this? This ain't school. I'm not asking for a hall pass. I don't give a shit. You don't like it, you don't gotta follow. You want to write a thread, you want to go ahead and get on video, you want to hold this space, do it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And I know a lot of people feel just like me. Today, I noticed that a lot of veterans, a lot of people just like me felt exactly the same way. Like, yo, what the fuck? What are we doing? We're not talking about it? You know, Rad, who was on the radio show and was a part of the panel, he said, well, Pepe's got to the point where we don't need to shill it no more. And I think he noticed what he said himself, and I think he thought about what he just said. It took him like 5-10 minutes to understand, like, that mentality is not the mentality that Bitcoiners have. Bitcoiners could have said the same thing. Hey, you know what? We did enough and Bitcoin's just going to run magically. No. Bitcoin maxis continue to shill Bitcoin. Now you have institutions that shill Bitcoin. Institutions aren't scared to shill Bitcoin. They go on national TV shilling Bitcoin, telling you to buy it, don't miss out on it, this will be your last chance, all this stuff. So why are you scared to talk about the shit that you're in? Think about it. Y'all are scared to talk about the things that you're currently in. Especially the things that make sense. You're scared because some guy with a PFP is going to say something. Who gives a shit? You talk about your cars. I'm going to say this again. You talk about your cars. You talk about your houses. You talk about the sweaters that you cop. You talk about all these things. You shill Nikes and Adidas. You talk about everything. You talk about everything. But when it comes down to things that you have put money into, you're scared to talk about it. You're waiting for somebody else to talk about it. That's not how it works. If that's how if Bitcoin took that type of line of thinking here and just said, you know what, I'm gonna wait for the next person to shill, it have never and never achieved what it's achieving today. Okay. If everybody just would have sat back and said, hey, I got in, I'm good, I'm gonna wait. No, never, never, never would have worked out. It would have never worked out. Never. That's why it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling that people are scared to talk about things that they have and they believe in. We don't even talk about Pepe anymore. There's only like a one or two people. Just writing Pepe as a tweet isn't really talking about it much. Plasma is out there talking about Pepe in full detail. You guys know Plasma. He's fought off the pork community. He's now a Pepe maxi, and that's fine. But he's out there every day talking about Pepe. He's literally out there every day talking about Pepe. Every single day talks about Pepe. That's it. You shouldn't be shy to talk about the things that you own. It's just like it blows my mind that people are shy to talk because somebody might say something. Who gives a fuck? Today, I told you guys, like, I think Spooderman is dope. That's it. I wondered why Spooderman hasn't been made years ago in this space. Okay, because I think Dolan is dope. I think Spooderman is dope. I think it's dope alongside of the whole goddamn verse that I went into. The Bobos, the Mogs, all that shit. Bretts, I don't give a fuck what anybody Here's the problem. One person says something and you all turtle. You all turtle down to whatever some one person says. The agenda, I'm telling you right now, the agenda, this whole agenda of you cannot speak about things has been made and started by liberals and the Web3 bros. Okay, these Web3 nerds that have told you can't speak about things because they want to run with the agenda. They want to control what we have built. Fuck no. Absolutely not. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. For real. That ain't happening no more. We ain't doing that no more. And I hope the real leaders, I hope the leaders in this space, even if, you know what? At this point, because there were a lot of people during the time with Pepe, I guess let's look at Pepe because I can go back into cycles, but let's look at Pepe, right? There have been, when all the gates came down with Pepe and everybody was in the same room and having conversations before money went into people's heads. And that's what happens when people get newfound money. It goes to their heads. And it happens. Never happened to me, but I've seen it happen. Newfound money goes into somebody's head. They think they're better than everybody else. I've seen it. I choose to play the humble shit. Okay? I choose to be humble about, I'm sure there's a lot more people that I know choose to be humble about the situations that they're in. Some don't choose that path, and that's fine. Hey, newfound money. Newfound money. It's expected. Anybody who knows anything about newfound money, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But there was a time where people were just like on the same page. And that's why Pepe's successful. Because it took an entire community to come together to fucking bring it to light. To make the 0x69 contract what it is today. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to do everything possible to bring everybody together. I'm going to do everything possible to bring everybody back together so we can go ahead. And make the meme economy great again. So we are not ruled by people that know nothing about memes, that had nothing to do with building the meme economy, okay? Right now, it's like the only way something gets now projects are now taking on females that just strip down naked to go ahead and get visibility. As soon as I see that shit going on, I'm out on a project. I'm telling you right now, as soon as I see a female just straight up naked, man, I already know what's happening. You have nothing behind the project, and you need some female to go ahead and strip down to go ahead and get me to go ahead and put my money into. No, 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 no. I know, and I get how you're working here. I get your mission statement. I'm out on that. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 553. Sponsored by Gemini. Trade $1,000 in crypto, get $100 in Bitcoin. Love Gemini. Gemini is America's exchange. They're always up. They're not doing any maintenance on their stuff. I'm just saying. GNN is the network. Gongxi News Network. We got multiple personalities on here. People are like, you got multiple personalities. No, I'm talking about we got multiple media personnel. We got so many good media personalities on this network. Tune into them. Okay, I already gave them all shout outs today on the morning show. Hopefully you guys tune in after this show and you go ahead and watch them. Right now, currently, two shows that just started on the GNN network, and that is the Money Maxi show. It's on X, and also on Kick, you have Hotep Jesus with the Griff Report. Soon I'll get my dogs to go ahead and do a show. They'll talk about crypto and politics. The markets are green. Bitcoin is green. I would not be surprised if we hit $100,000 this week. It wouldn't shock me. Will we is a different question, but it wouldn't shock me if we do. The Fed will talk about Jerome Powell. I don't know I think it's 2:30 today. We will find out if Jerome Powell will come out here and be a pal of Trump's administration and cut rates so we can go fucking parabolic in every goddamn market. Okay? But a big thing for me is we're going to make sure we bring back no rate change. I just want to hear what he has to say, though. Did he talk already, Landy? Did he talk? Did Jerome Powell talk already or no? Get ready. Trump is gonna watch. Trump is gonna tweet. Let's see the markets. Let's see how the markets reacted. You know the markets. Let's see. Where are the markets? Hold on. Where the... In 25 minutes, Jerome Powell will talk. Okay. The show, unfortunately, won't be on. I just saw somebody say that the algorithm on X is awful. I got to agree. The algorithm on X is terrible now. I don't know why we went in this direction. I don't even know why we gave everybody check mark. There's a lot of things that I can complain about, but I don't want to because I want to focus on the positive shit. And that is today, for the first time, I felt people wanting to bring back what we did when Pepe came out. That's what I felt. I felt people get inspired to bring back what we had when Pepe literally came out. That was a phenomenal time. And I got goosebumps. I literally got goosebumps as I was listening to people talk. I got goosebumps listening to the music that was played. We played AI Drake. We played the Chinese rap version. I don't know, Chucky Lab, I think, made the Chinese Pepe song that we were blasting every single day in the Pepe spaces. I'm starting a coalition. I'm bringing all the people in. I'm bringing all of our major players and leaders into one room, and we're going to talk. And the crypto bros are going to take back the economy that we have built. That's it. I'm not going to be repetitive. I'm just telling you how it's going to go down. Whether you like it or not, we're taking back our economy. We're the ones who built it. We know how to manage it. That's it. We know what fucks. Okay? We know exactly what hits. We know exactly what hits. I had a blast today, man. I got to tell you, like, I'm thinking about it. I got to play the song again. I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, man, I had a blast today. Let's play this again. I really did have a fucking great time on the show today. I did. Let's go ahead and share the screen again. Let's go ahead and play this song. Let's bring it back to old vibes.
Pepe the fraud, Pepe the squad, Pepe the emoji, Pepe my god, Pepe the fraud, Pepe the squad, Pepe the emoji, Pepe my gosh. Like Pepe, like Pepe, like Pepe, let go up, like Pepe. I'm the water like I'm in the money pool， 开场海边别墅买在马里布。I'm a fraud, I'm a fraud， 都没住，无意干过，无意翻在左比路。Let's talk about money, let's talk about crypto， 宝藏买肉里也买了件 Rico，Dogecoin Bitcoin 不是我对手 ，New side bitch and name is Nickel。青蛙王子打个响指，全部 cash out， 这是升值出来驾到，横行霸道，呸呸驾到，一拳打倒。青蛙王子打个响指，全部 cash out， 这是升值出来驾到，横行霸道，呸呸驾到，一拳打倒。超白衣固执的佩佩疯狂上涨的佩佩不再悲伤的佩佩佩佩，还有好多妹妹白衣固执的佩佩疯狂上涨的佩佩不再悲伤的佩佩佩佩，还有好多妹妹。佩佩的 fraud， 佩佩的 squad， 佩佩的 emoji， 佩佩 my god， 佩佩的 fraud， 佩佩的 squad， 佩佩的 emoji， 佩佩 my gosh。来佩佩，来佩佩，来佩佩 ，let go up， 来佩佩。
And with that, I'll end the show with, and now I'm just bringing out the videos. I'm be bringing out the videos for Pepe and Bobo and fucking Ma, all these things. I'm bringing it all out. Okay, I'm bringing it all out, and I'm getting on the phones with everybody. We're gonna make sure that we take back what is rightfully ours. That's right. Taking back what's rightfully ours. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The Breakdown, episode 553. Gemini sponsors this show. GNN is a network that powers this show. Shout out to Leslie. She's in Mexico, deported. I shall think about letting... I was kind of like saying to myself, I might be okay with Leslie coming back to the United States of America. Like I was like, okay, maybe. Be nice, David. Be nice. I don't know. I gotta think a little bit more about it. I think I've had. I think. I don't know. She gotta apologize to me where it has to be super sincere. Otherwise, she's staying in Mexico. That's it. So for anybody asking me where's Leslie, she's in Mexico. I called ICE on her. Okay. I called ICE on it. They have told us to call ICE on people that don't belong in this country. So I'm calling ICE on, hey, you know what? I got to call ICE on a lot of people. But on the end note here, tune into the nightly recap tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be reporting again by myself. 9 p.m. again, Eastern Standard Time. We'll break down all the news. I'm sure the interns have something cool to go ahead and provide me in terms of news. Quickly, you got two shows on. You got Money Maxi show on X Spaces. You got the Griff Report on Kick with Hotep Jesus. He's breaking down the letter N. If you guys know what I mean, go check it out. He's breaking. He's a wild boy. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not lying about Leslie. I got her deported to Mexico. On 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you got Julie Kennis, Crypto News. She's breaking down crypto. Go tune into her. And again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's me. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. We're gonna make memes cool again. Okay? The OGs and the veterans here, we're gonna take back control and we're gonna make memes cool again. We're not gonna have a Hayden Davis or people that sold us doodles and all this bullshit in Goblin Town and all this crap. Okay, we're not gonna have them controlling crypto. Crypto bros control crypto. That's how it goes. And on that note, you can clip that shit up and send it out to your grandmothers. I am out.